Hi, everyone. I'm Laura Adams. Welcome back to another episode of Money Girl. Before we get started, I want to invite you to a special event that I'm kicking off in just over a week called Dominate Your Debt. I'll be offering a webinar event. Plus, you can also enroll in online group coaching for ongoing personalized advice. Dominate Your Debt is for everyone who wants a crash course in smart strategies to get out of debt as quickly as possible so you can live a richer life. To learn more and sign up for the webinar and coaching program, please visit dominateyourdebt.com. I look forward to seeing you there. And speaking of debt, in this episode, I'll cover one type of debt management strategy, which is using balance transfer credit cards. You'll understand the right way to use them so you cut your interest expense, save money, and get out of debt faster. A balance transfer card is a special type of card that offers low or 0% interest for a certain amount of time, which is known as the promotional period. Promotions vary depending on the card, but they're generally in the range of 6, maybe up to 24 months. The longer the promotion, the better. Until it expires, you can keep a balance on the card without having to pay 1 penny of interest, at least for those 0% offers. Let's say you're carrying a $5,000 balance on an expensive credit card that charges 22% interest. If you move it to a transfer card that charges 0% interest for the first 12 months, you'll save about $875 during the promotional period. But after the promotion is up, a higher interest rate goes into effect for any remaining balance. When you're approved for a balance transfer credit card, you're given a credit limit, just like with other types of cards. You can set up a transfer using your card's online account or using paper convenience checks in an amount up to your available credit limit. It's really easy to do. The transfer card sends money to the account you want to pay down and then moves the balance to your new card. Transfer cards are not just for paying off credit cards. You can also use them to pay off other types of debt, such as personal loans and retail accounts. I've used transfer cards in the past to cut my interest expense on car loans. Many times these cards come with a deadline, such as 30 or 60 days, for new customers to complete a balance transfer. So you want to be ready to make the move once you're approved so you don't miss the savings opportunity. Now, the downside of these cards is that every time you transfer a balance, you're typically charged a transfer fee in the range of 3, maybe up to 5%. For instance, a card with a 3% transfer fee means that if you transfer $5,000, you'll owe $150. That would increase your debt from $5,000 to $5,150 on the card. However, some cards have no transfer fees, which is a terrific offer to take advantage of. The Chase Slate card was named Best Credit Card for Balance Transfers 2 years in a row by Money Magazine. They're offering a $0 transfer fee for transfers that you make during the first 60 days. It's an awesome deal. The best way to use a balance transfer card is to have a solid plan to pay off your balance before the promotional rate expires. Here's an example of a situation when doing a balance transfer makes sense. Let's say you're having a good year at work and you're going to get a $5,000 bonus within 6 months. You plan to use the bonus to wipe out your $4,000 credit card debt. Instead of waiting for the bonus, you go ahead and pay off the credit card debt with a transfer card that charges 0% interest for 6 months. Now, if your minimum payment on the old credit card was $120 per month, now you can save that amount each month instead. Over 6 months, you could save a total of $720. Once you receive your bonus, you would pay off the balance transfer card in full before the 0% interest offer expires. But if you're not positive that you can pay off the full amount in time, don't risk doing a balance transfer. When the music stops playing and the promotional period ends, you might get stuck with a higher interest rate than you started with. That's why it's important to know what the card's regular interest rate will be after the promotion. Another tip for using a transfer card wisely is to avoid making new purchases while you have a transfer balance. One reason is because cards typically only offer the low or 0% rate for your transfers, not for your new purchases. And another reason is that if you have both a 0% balance and a higher rate new purchase balance on the same card, you can't tell the issuer how to apply your payments. Most card companies will apply your minimum payment to the lower interest debt first. That's in the card company's best interest, but not yours. Having more money applied to a 0% balance instead of a higher rate balance means it'll take you longer to pay off the more expensive debt. Therefore, to avoid this issue altogether, don't use a balance transfer card for new purchases until you pay off your promotional balance in full. When choosing a balance transfer card, you want to look for one with the lowest transfer fee and the lowest promotional rate that lasts the longest period of time. And if you plan to use the card after the promotional period ends, you want to look for one with no annual fee and a low regular interest rate. Also, before you pull the trigger on doing a balance transfer, make sure that you understand all the card terms. Be extremely cautious. There are severe penalties buried in the fine print that can sneak up on you. For example, just one late payment on most balance transfer cards results in a rate hike into the stratosphere. Many default rates can approach 30%. You can also lose your promotional interest rate if you exceed your card's credit limit or you have a payment returned due to insufficient funds in your bank account. Shifting debt to a credit card with low or 0% interest obviously doesn't make the balance go away, but it can make the debt much less expensive for a limited period of time. If you can save money during the promotional period despite any transfer fees, you'll come out ahead. And if you plow your savings back into your debt instead of spending it, you can pay off your debt even faster. Make a goal to use credit cards for convenience, for rewards, and as a way to build great credit, not to carry balances from month to month. When you pay off your balance every month, you get the best out of your credit cards instead of them getting the best of you. If you're ready to create a plan to get out of debt, instead of feeling unsure about how and where to start, visit dominateyourdebt.com. Often I get emails asking, what was that resource or advertiser you mentioned last week? Please remember that you can find links to everything I mentioned in the show notes, and the full list of offers and discounts from our Quick and Dirty Tips advertisers is at quickanddirtytips.com/offers. Again, take advantage of some terrific freebies and savings at quickanddirtytips.com/offers. I'm glad you're listening. Cha-ching! That's all for now, courtesy of Money Girl, your guide to a richer life.